Imagine a day when people can say whatever they want to about you and it doesn't matter. You aren't swayed. And imagine that this not being swayed is coming from a deep felt experience of yourself, that you know who you are and you know that you know. It's not speculation or theory, there's evidence. You've been over it, you've practiced it, and you know who you are. And it's your positive identity, so you feel good about it. So when people come along and say, you don't smile much, or you're too quiet, or you're too much, or you did that in a weird way, or even you're smart, you're talented, they're entitled to say what they will, and you are settled and comfortable with who you are. That is what I want for you. And it's not that hard to get it. Here is what happened in my classroom recently. We did a strengths articulation assignment. And one kid said, one of my best days of my life was going on an RV trip. And that's a good start. But when you're looking at somebody's best day of their life, as they self-report it, you're looking at a gold mine. And what you do, either for yourself or for another, maybe your kid or someone you care about, is you say, what was it that you were doing, or how was it that you were being that made it great? And that question is a little bit of a surprise. It's not the way we usually think about things. We usually think, oh, it was a great day, I'm so lucky. It was a great day, you're so awesome. So we want to ask questions like, were you being open to new things? Were you interested in the plants or animals around you? Were you enjoying the thrill? Were you seeing new places and mountains? What was it that was opened up in you that made that a really good experience? People do not value the same experiences. So the experiences that are good for us are full of information about the best part of who we are. This person might have been involved in some of the planning or in turning things around so that a rainy day became a play day. Who knows? Who knows? And if we don't take an interest in these things about each other and help each other articulate who we were in our best moments, we're losing out on such an incredible opportunity. So suppose that for this kid, what made it a great day was being an adventure. And now this kid can say, I'm an adventurous person. Well, we're going to take it one more step. And don't panic. It doesn't stay step after step. It's really not complicated. There's just this beautiful pivot. I had a great day. What were you doing that made it great? I was going on every adventure that was offered to me during that experience. Oh, I'm an adventurous person. Okay. So then the next and last question is, what are some other times when you were adventurous? And what were the specifics about those times? So from the RV story, maybe the kid says, I climbed up to the top of a mountain. Okay. Now we know what the word adventurous means to this kid. Because if this kid tells someone that they are adventurous, it might mean something different to them. So this kid is now empowered to say, I had this great experience. I went on an RV trip. What made it great is that I was taking every opportunity to be adventurous. Some of the ways that I've been adventurous in my life are, for example, climbing to the top of a mountain. And he probably has other associations to that, since that is coming from his lived experience. Maybe he tried rock climbing or something else. And now we find out this kid is talking about a physical kind of adventurousness. And we really know this kid. We really know this kid. And he really knows himself. I have another student with this assignment who chose the word courageous. And courageous, like adventurous, means different things to different people. And when this kid articulated what made her courageous, her examples came from gymnastics. So on her slide that said courageous at the top, she had an example of doing a backflip on the bars. So for her, being courageous is hurtling through the air backwards without being able to see where her body is going. That's a very specific kind of courage, and a very good thing for this child to own. And it's not just for children, and you know it. It's not just kids. It's just that I happened to do it with kids recently, so these experiences are fresh in my memory. So it's grounded in experience first. We find good experiences in our lives or positive moments in our lives. We look into those experiences and moments and say, what was I doing? How was I being? We pull out that word and then make it meaningful to ourselves and others by attaching other little stories to the word as evidence. I know I'm like this, and I know that I know it. That's how you stand in your own positive identity, unswayed by what anyone else says or thinks about you. That's how you do it. It's that simple. But we need to practice. Once you hear the simplicity of it, it seems so obvious. It's a little hard to wrap our heads around why we don't live this way all the time. But there's a really good reason why we don't. It's grounded in our survival. We know that in order to survive, we have to belong to the group. We have to have a role to play in our society. And so we look outside to seek approval, and we compete with other people, and it all makes sense. But what happens is we get overinvested in the survival piece and lose the thriving piece, because our joys and strengths are where we have an opportunity to thrive in our lives. When we get good at this, we don't need other people to tell us who we are. We don't need somebody else to hand us a sticker that we can put on our foreheads to say, this is what I'm like. I know because someone told me. We don't need it from teachers, we don't need it from institutions, and we don't need it from employers. We get it from ourselves, from our own lived experience. The outer voice can get quieter, and the inner voice can get stronger through repetition. And if you lose a strength, or if you change and grow, which you will, of course, you have this method for reassessing where you are with your strengths now. You can say there was a moment, there was an event, I was part of it. I was proud, I was engaged, I was kind, I was compassionate, I was loving, I was present, I was strong, I was courageous, I was brave. And you can know that it's true. If you lose the thread, you can get it back by following the method. I remember this time when I felt good, I was being blank. When I felt good, I was doing blank. I would love for you to pause the video right now and try it and see how it feels. Remember an event that you were proud of or a moment that felt good, as simple as an exchange with a grocery clerk. Just think of something. And say to yourself, I was part of that moment and I was doing or being a way that helped. And then once you've got a handle on it, once you've got language for it, you can do it again and again. When you do this practice again and again, you get better and better at looking inside your own experience for approval. Not even approval. It's like, who cares? You just want to feel good, and you find that you know how. And you don't need to look outside yourself for approval anymore. You don't look outside for the nod. You look inside. I have a free gift for you in the description and the comments that is a PDF that includes a guided positive moment noticing exercise in addition to other introspective practices that calm nervous systems and boost confidence. Helps you find the peace within and the confidence within. I hope you will take advantage of it. And if you do, let me know how it goes. All right. See you soon.